Hello Capricorn, I am back with your love tarot reading once again. We're going to start with the singles followed by those in a relationship. This is going to be your July reading. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have good things in store for you. And even if it isn't so positive, you know, keep the faith, keep believing and keep positive. And, you know, even negative experiences, you know, we learn from those encounters in our life. So let's do your reading. Right, hello Capricorn, I am back with your July tarot reading for your love situation, and this is the single card layout spread. Now this isn't going to resonate with all of you, but for those that it does, take from it what you can. And also we're doing an Oracle Angel card, which is your overall message for the month, and we'll look at that at the end. So let's have a look at your cards. You have the Eight of Cups upright, the Magician upright, Two of Swords upright, Five of Swords upright, and the Queen of Swords. So when we take a look at the Eight of Cups, so you have been dealing with a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. Now, you know, this represents your present love situation when we go into the month of July. So it is possible that for some of you have been left disappointed by a water sign. But you are very slowly, and I have to say slowly, starting to move away from this person, whether it be quite literally that you're gradually, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, you're moving away from them by not answering their calls, or you're ignoring their messages. You're just putting that distance between the two of you, but it has been a slow process for you. But this card can mean that it's only temporary. So you think that you're you know, moving forward, but actually there's that potential that they're going to come back into your life, and you know, this previous breakup is only temporary, and your paths are going to cross again in the future. So you know, that could be happening for some of you Capricorns out there. For some of you, you have had to heal from someone who, you know, they just weren't the right person for you, and they really hurt you, and you know, you have had to heal from that relationship or that individual. Right, so Capricorn, you are definitely wanting a relationship. You definitely want that something special, and you know, you're not even that bothered about somebody's wealth or their job, the materialistic side of a relationship. You just want happiness, and that's what you want. You know, you need that personal fulfillment before you engage in a relationship. You could be finding love while you're on a journey of some kind, so whether you're actually going away, or you have a business trip, or maybe you're just going on a spiritual journey, and you'll meet someone through doing that. So your desires, you have the Magician. So you so desperately want to make it happen. You so want that dream relationship, don't you? It's an excellent time for love. You know, and it's that key word, infinity. Anything is possible for you, Capricorn. You just have to believe. You know, there is somebody coming in, and this man has only good intentions in his heart for you. And you know, it's going to be a really magical time, and it's going to be stress-free. In regards to relationship, this is a stress-free relationship, and no dramas, no hassles. And that's really good, because that's what you need, Capricorn. You've had it really tough recently, in recent months. So if you are talking to an ex, then you will be able to resolve those past issues and clear the air. And I think you definitely feel the need to do that. I think you definitely want to have, even if it's that one last discussion with somebody, to talk about where it went wrong, what happened, and really just to resolve them. Then you know, you can do that. You can go and do that and have resolution from that past relationship. You know, it's a time for you to believe in yourself this month. For some of you, you may be looking at reinventing yourself. You may be looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking, I want to change this about myself, whether it's physical or something about you as your character or something. And maybe you do, maybe you just want a whole new you, and maybe a new wardrobe, and you're desiring that change. Well, go for it, Capricorn, because you... I'm really sorry that I have to keep stopping, but my throat is so sore. So if I keep cutting out, that's why. Right, so you have the Two of Swords for what's unexpected for you this month. Now, I'm going to just point out here that from mid-month to end of July, you have swords. So you've got Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Queen of Swords. So this is representative of air energy. So Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Now, you know, for what unexpected is going to happen to you, you know, there is going to be somebody, and we are looking at air energy, so that is telling you everything that you want to hear. You know, they want a relationship with you, they really like you, you know, they think you're great, blah blah blah, and all of this, and you're listening. And you know, you're intelligent, Capricorn, and in your heart you know that they're just telling you what you want to hear. And you know, you have this habit of turning a blind eye, or thinking that everything's going to work out okay, or that you can change someone, and it never happens. And you know, this person is just stringing you along, and you've really got to listen to that and walk away from these types of people, because I think it's something that you keep doing. You keep meeting these same types of people, they treat you the same way, and you stay on in there right to the very end, Capricorn. Why do you do that? Because it just causes you hurt. You're going to find yourself having to compromise this month, you know, or you either compromise, or you have to keep your emotions under control and keep calm, or maybe just not get yourself so emotionally involved with somebody, because they are going to hurt you. That sword is there for a reason. You know, it can talk about compromising with someone, just because you don't want to cause any problems in the relationship, especially if it's brand new and you don't want to cause problems so early on. And it talks about you having to compromise on feelings or your beliefs, you know, a sense of right and wrong. You know, but also watch out, Capricorn, because there actually may be someone right in front of you who would be just perfect for you, but you don't notice them. So then when we look at your near future, you have the Five of Swords. So again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This card talks about competition. So someone who's being competitive, whether it be on the dating scene or whether with the person that you've just started seeing. You know, maybe this person is quite competitive, and you know, the relationship is about competition, and you feel that you have to compete in the relationship. Who's earning the most money, who's got the better job, who's got a better car, those sort of things. Or maybe you feel like you have to compete for their attention and their affections, or maybe, you know, if you've gone on a date with somebody and they're on a dating site, you're on a dating site, maybe you feel that you're having to compete for their attention. You know, so it's all about competition and competitiveness. That is never good, Capricorn, and watch that you don't fall into that trap, okay? Watch out for an air sign wanting you to do things that you don't feel comfortable doing. You know, this can be sexual things. You know, maybe you don't feel comfortable, maybe it's crossing your own barriers. Don't allow anybody to pressure you this month, Capricorn, okay? Watch out for those liars, people who have a bullying personality and mentality, you know, and being competitive mentally. You know, don't date the wrong people. This, you know, so this is definite warning sign for Capricorn for you to stay away from those people. You can't change them, so don't think that you can, because you can't. So you have a Queen of Swords for your future, so your outcome card. So I think you've had to put up with a lot of crap from people. You know, there's a lot going on here, and you know, this sees you kind of toughening up a bit. You know, this is the point where you just, maybe you're just turning cold. Maybe you feel like you're just turning cold to people and you've had enough. You know, you're wondering when it's going to happen, when you're going to find love and everything, but it's not happening. You're just getting hurt all the time. So now you're becoming almost like the Ice Queen. Right, so it's almost like all this hurt and all the crap that you've had to deal with now and in previous months or even possibly years, it's just making you cold and cynical to love, you know, because you're always getting hurt. And it could be that you're just deciding, right, actually, do I focus on career? Do I focus on other things that are more important? Because my love life is causing me to feel unhappy. You know, you've had to put up with a lot, and it can lead that when you've been hurt so much and you become more cold to dating and relationships, actually it can lead you to push people away. So you need to be aware of that and watch for that. You know, you could be starting to feel lonely, you could be starting to feel depressed. You know, you're meeting people who don't want to commit to you, Capricorn. But if there is an air sign in your midst, then they've definitely noticed you and they're definitely going to be pursuing you. Whether that's a good thing, I'm not quite so sure. But that's what's happening for you, single Capricorns, in the month of July. Now, your angel oracle card is reward yourself. So I'm going to read you what the card says. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. And I think I certainly agree with that. Maybe take the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood and motivation at a consistently high level. And I would say that's true. I think you've been dating people and you do all the giving, whether you pay for the meal or you make that effort by traveling to see them, and you know, you're always making the effort. And you know, now it's time, it's your time, isn't it? It's time for you to receive from people instead of giving all the giving. And I think that is so true. You definitely need to reward yourself, so definitely treat yourself. So whether you go out and get a new hairstyle, a new cut and colour, or buy some new clothes, which, you know, I think it was the Magician card, wasn't it? You know, reinventing yourself, you know, again, look at doing that. Splurge on yourself, treat yourself, take a day off, and do something for you and appreciate yourself, because you deserve it, Capricorn. And you need to start feeling good about yourself. And when you start feeling good about yourself, then you can project that in the dating scene. Anyway, that is your July love reading. Please like and subscribe, thumbs up, and I shall see you back in August. Take care, Capricorns. Bye. Right, hello Capricorn, I am back with your relationship spread for the matters of love and the heart for the month of July. You know, hopefully it will resonate with many of you. You know, maybe only a couple of cards will, but take from it what you can. If I have to keep stopping this video throughout, which I probably will, it's because I have such a bad throat, and it's just all, you know, that grating feeling, and it keeps going. So I probably will have to stop after. Right, so let's quickly run through your cards. You have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, you have the 3 of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords upright, and the Tower upright. I've also introduced a new card, which is your Angel Oracle card, which is a message for the month ahead. So we'll look at that at the end. So you have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is how you feel about your relationship and your partner. So Capricorn, you definitely feel there's a breakdown of some kind with your partner, whether it's communication or just a general breakdown where you've lost a sense of direction between the two of you. And maybe you feel your partner has a lack of direction in the relationship, or also career-wise, and that's concerning you. You are a Capricorn. You're known for being very focused on money and career. And maybe you don't feel that your partner is so concerned, or maybe something has happened to them. You know, this card can, you know, speak about you feel that your partner doesn't try hard enough with work and promotion and trying to succeed or making enough money for you. You know, maybe you feel that your partner's lazy. And these are the concerns that you have, and it's kind of concerning you in your relationship at the moment. I think you were definitely worried about money, and like I said, there's been a loss of income in the relationship. Maybe your partner spends too much money. maybe they've dropped their hours at work, maybe they've been made redundant, and these are the problems that you are facing in this relationship at the moment. It's definitely around work and money and a loss of some kind. So your partner gets the Ten of Pentacles. You know, they feel that things are slipping away of what you've built, and now I honestly think this is to do with materialistic wealth rather than emotional wealth. Emotions, sorry. And I do think this is to do with, maybe you've had to downsize in your house, maybe you've had to sell your house and get something smaller. They're worrying about money as well. They do love you, Capricorn. They love you, they really do. But these problems to do with finances and you know, your home and your structure of what you've built together, and that it seems to be decreasing, is really overwhelming them. And I think you need to be mindful of that. You know, it's consuming them now, and that's how they're feeling, you know. I mean, going back to you, you know, I think because of this, it does concern you so much. It's almost like you just find it tedious, you know. And I think arguments come about through these problems. You know, maybe you see that your partner's weak because they're not supplying for you what you expect them to. And maybe you think that they don't want to change. But I don't think you realise how much it is actually affecting them. And it is, Capricorn, you know. So that's what's going on. It's all to do with money and how much you have and how much you've actually lost. And that's what's going on between the two of you. So you have the Three of Swords where your relationship is at. So you definitely need time to heal, the pair of you, from what's going on and the pain. This card can also talk about a love triangle. So for some of you, maybe there has been some kind of flirting with somebody else or cheating of some kind, or even if it's in the past and it's caused a deep emotional pain. You know, this card can talk about abuse or neglect in a relationship. Maybe one of you is feeling rejected and you're having to deal with that. Maybe all the problems are causing you to kind of gradually part and separate between the two of you. It's possible that one of you is too sensitive. It could be you, Capricorn, actually, you know, and you're very, very sensitive to what's going on because of issues to do with your past. You know, maybe there was abuse in your past or abandonment, and that's causing you, you know, it's how you're dealing with things now isn't good because of these issues in the past are affecting how you deal with current problems. Love is definitely blocked between the two of you at the moment, and you don't talk about how you feel, and you definitely need to. So you have the King of Swords upright for what your relationship needs. So watch out for being critical with your partner because they are overwhelmed with all these issues. They are seriously affected by what's going on. So really watch how you say things and don't be overly critical. You know, you're a team, you've got to work through this together. Maybe one of you is controlling the other person, and you need to recognize those issues. Controlling relationships are never good. I mean, this card is representative of the Capricorn star sign, so maybe you feel that you have to always be the strong one in the relationship. Maybe you are the one that's always having to stand strong, you know. Maybe you're tired of that. It could be that you because you can be quite a strong character, you know, you're quite independent, and maybe that leaves your partner feeling rejected and that they're not good enough for you. So these are all the things that are going on in a relationship, so you need to watch out for that, Capricorn. And if that is the case, maybe you need to reassure your partner. So for the future, you have the Tower upright. So again, disputes between the two of you. you know, things feeling like they're just breaking away and crumbling away. It can talk about separation, Capricorn. Maybe you feel that you have to do that at the moment. If you do decide to temporarily separate, then you will definitely meet up to possibly come back together. And I think that's only, you know, only if you allow that healing process to begin. You have to watch out, watch your emotions. Don't get angry. That's, you know, don't get heated. Don't have heated arguments. It doesn't serve anybody any good at all. You know, I think you're both feeling like you're just surviving in this relationship, and maybe you feel like you're just about surviving financially as well. But you know, actually, Capricorn, these things that are happening, they're a lesson for you, and I think you need to open your eyes, and actually it could be a blessing in disguise, because you need to realize that you have a really good partner there. You know, you just need to come together and work through things. Right, so for your Oracle Angel card, you get the Ocean. So I'm just going to read to you what it says. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing wound brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So, you know, the deep blue sea can represent, you know, the deep heart of the ocean can represent your soul, can't it, Capricorn? So I think, you know, this is a really good time to really delve in deep and look at your emotions, to how you feel about your partner, because it seems that what's going on is to do with money and materialistic, you know, wealth and what you have. And I think you've lost sight of actually the emotional element of your relationship. So you really do need to soul search and look at your emotions for your partner. You know, maybe it's a time for you to go and spend a weekend by yourself at the coast and just get in touch with those core emotions. You know, go to a coastal location where it's really calm, really peaceful, and you can just look out, listen to the waves crash, you know, on the shore and on the rocks, and just, you know, really reflect about your relationship. Take that time away, take that time apart, and just soul search. And you know, when you do that, actually, and I think that's representative of all of us, you come back and you often feel more refreshed, and you feel like you're clearer in your thoughts. If you stay in this environment, which is a little bit toxic at the moment, you're not going to be able to see clearly. So I think this is a really good message. You know, really dig deep now and really think about how you can make this relationship right. Okay, Capricorn, so I look forward to seeing you in August. Let me know in the comments down below if it resonates or any of it does, and take care of yourselves.